Well, it's finally time, after talking about it for what feels like months now, specifically since we thought there would be a February event, and then a March event, then an April event. It's been quite a while, right, of us talking about when we would finally see Sony do their big blowout PlayStation 5 event, at least to get things started. And it looks like it is happening. We talked the other day about how there were rumors around an event next week being like June 3rd, somewhere in there. It looks like Jeff Grubb was originally right. It's June 4th, and Sony did tweet this out. Now, we're going to go over here what exactly is happening, and then I think tomorrow we'll do kind of a predictions video on the main channel, kind of like what you can expect here, because it looks like there will be several PlayStation events going forward, so we're not even going to get the whole story next week, but let's go over it here. I'm also going to be live streaming it, by the way, on the main channel as well. But again, if you want to keep up to date on the next generation news and information, make sure you're subscribed here as well. But let's go over this. Now, they posted up on Twitter kind of a video that showed what looked like almost at first a black controller variant of the DualSense, but it looks like it's come out since then that it was still kind of the white controller but had like shadow overcasting it, sort of, and that's why it looked that way. I still would like a black controller variant, by the way, Sony, for that DualSense controller, because I think it would look really, really slick overall. So especially with like the blue accent lights and the different buttons, especially if they're all colored differently as they would on like the PlayStation kind of marketing. Anyway, it does look like it's still their white DualSense. They did not accidentally reveal a black variant of that DualSense controller as people were thinking they did, but they did tell us a time and a date, so it will be next Thursday, June 4th, 1 p.m. Pacific time. That would be 4 p.m. Eastern time. And they also put out kind of a press release or a blog post over on the PlayStation website, and you can see that here. Now, this blog post was written up by Jim Ryan, who is the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, and he says, I'm excited to share that we will soon give you a first look at the games you'll soon be playing after the PlayStation 5 launches this holiday. The games coming to PS5 represent the best in the industry from innovative studios that span the globe. Studios both larger and smaller, those newer and those more established, all have been hard at work developing games that will showcase the potential of the hardware. This digital showcase will run for a bit more than an hour, so that's pretty good. That means I assume we're going to see some gameplay. Cross my fingers, right? Not just all cinematic trailers. We'll see there. And for the first time, we will all be together virtually, experience the excitement together. A lack of physical events has given us an amazing opportunity to think differently and bring you on this journey with us, and hopefully closer than ever before. This is part of our series of PS5 updates, and rest assured, after next week's showcase, we will still have much to share with you. So, getting away from the games for a second here, yes, it appears that we will have multiple events leading up to release. That means that we might not even see the console here, although there was an interesting tweet by Takashi Machizuki saying that, hey, the PS5 is entering mass production, as we've kind of started to figure out since they have to. Like, they have to soon, right? Considering it is about to be June and they want to launch this, we think, in November. You want like 5 months or so of mass production to make sure you have plenty of units available. And they continue to double down. Jim Ryan did that they will be ready. Like, they will have enough units to go. And I mean, it's going to sell out, but the fact that it would be entering mass production, if you haven't noticed, we always seem to get leaks about what a system looks like from the production line. We just had it for the Switch Lite. Do you remember? A lot of people didn't even believe it was real, and then it turned out it was real. Someone had just taken a picture, it seemed, of the back of the Switch Lite. So it wouldn't be new necessarily to have an image leak out from the production line that it's now in. That would just show us the system anyway, and Sony, you would assume, would want to show it on their terms. So because of all of that, I am kind of leaning towards them also showing us the system, and that way they don't have to keep just using the controller for marketing. They can just show the system that they want to sell us. So this is exciting stuff. An hour long, that tells me we'll see, I would assume, plenty of games and plenty of gameplay, but maybe some features that they could show off here as well. Remember, they have to sell us on the upgrade to the PS5 outside of even just games. I mean, there are parts, weak links of the PlayStation 4 that also have to do with the user experience and the UI itself. So I hope that they also come prepared with some pretty cool things to showcase alongside of the game, specifically getting into them and moving around and all of that as well. But it looks like next week is shaping up to be a lot of fun. The Sega announcement, some stuff here with Sony, and maybe a few other things, considering we're starting to get closer to when a lot of these companies would have been ready to announce stuff for E3, which means they might just start dumping announcements here over the next few weeks. So things are going to pick up, and I think June is going to be a lot of fun with different game reveals, news, and all kinds of cool stuff. So make sure you're following here, guys. Make sure you like the video on the way if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if not, and let's have some fun, because June's just getting started, and that means that next generation is going to start getting moving here. So I'll see you guys then.